BeatStars.com. BeatStars.com. BeatStars.com.
Shalom, shalom, Israel. Excuse me. First, giving honor to the Most High and His Son, Yahushua. Today's class, excuse me, I'm still dealing with this weather change, man. But today's class, the intentions of the heart will be spiritual or fleshly. A lot of times, man, we think that we mean well. But when you look at the actions behind what you completed or what you attempted or what you did, doesn't show that you mean well, doesn't express that you mean well. You may say, you know, there's good intentions or bad intentions behind it, but at the end of the day, your actions is going to explain what those were. And a lot of times, it's either going to be coming from the spiritual mind state or coming from a fleshly mind state. Pull up that definition right quick, bro. You just read it off, or bring it up so Brew can read it, because I don't know if it's gonna be big enough for him to see. Can you see that?
Person.
Yeah.
Intention, a thing intended, an aim or plan.
Mm-hmm. Now read hit the arrow for similar. There you go.
Similar, the action or fact of intending. A person's designs, especially a man's, in respect to marriage.
Go to similar and hit the arrow. Yeah. Just read a few of them.
Purpose, intent, objective, object, goal, target, end, design, scheme, resolution, determination, wish, idea, aspiration, hope.
So you got aim, purpose, intent, objective, object, goal, target, end, design, plan, scheme, resolve, resolution, determination, wish, desire, ambition, idea, dream, aspiration, hope. All of these things correlate with intentions, right? What's the end goal, or what's the target, or what is your purpose for doing this, or your mind state? Again, it's going to either be spiritual or fleshly, right? Let's get into it. Give me the book of Romans, chapter 15 and verse 4.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 15 and verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
Again, this is for our learning. This is to help guide us through those intentions, through the plans that we come up with, through the ideas that we come up with, through the goals that we set for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? This is supposed to help that. This is supposed to help mitigate all of the extra BS that you would come across without this guidance, without this knowledge, without this being here. This is to help navigate all of those stumbling blocks, trip hazards, holes, gaps, pitfalls, etc. Right? Read.
That we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
Might what?
Might have hope.
And this is the thing. You, again, our brothers and sisters may mean well. Your idea may be, you know what I'm saying, mean well. But how you execute that idea could be very ugly. All right? Give me Ecclesiastes. Excuse me. 11. Let's start at verse 9. Read that when you get there, bro. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 11 and verse 9.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 11 and verse 9. Rejoice, O young man, in thy youth, and let thy heart cheer thee in the days of thy youth.
Man, so our young brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying? Not just meaning our young brothers and sisters, but also our brothers and sisters that have decided to come to Christ, that have decided to change and be who they are supposed to be, being young in the spirit, man. Take heed, right? Read.
Rejoice, O young man, in thy youth, and let thy heart cheer thee in the days of thy youth, and walk in the ways of thine heart.
Saying, walk in the ways of thine heart, read.
And in the sight of thine eyes.
And in the sight of thine eyes, read.
But now, though that for all these things God will bring thee into
He
judgment.
say, but also know that there are consequences for those decisions that you make, those things that you're seeking after, those things that you're going after. So you also got to remember, you got to work around what's going on. You got to keep in mind, am I doing this? Is Christ involved in this? Is my spirit locked in this? Or is it fleshly? Am I going after the things of the flesh? Am I seeking after the worldly? Am I seeking after things that make me happy with monetary gain? But at the end of the day, am I actually coming out on top with this? At the end of the day, is this something that my family can actually increase on? Is it something advantageous for my brothers and sisters? Is it something advantageous for me in the future? Does this lead me to that target, that goal, those aspirations that I may have set? Because what we're coming to find out, when we get into this truth, man, we throw on that garment and the boots and the outfit, man, and we turn into Super Brew, and we forget to embrace the things that, you know what I'm saying, the Lord put on your spirit.
That's right.
Brothers, you know what I'm saying, have beautiful artwork, man, can whip the hell out of a pen and a paintbrush, but he coming to the truth, all he want to do is cast down the white man.
Bring it out.
Brother has ample knowledge, man, on how to build and use his hands and so on and so forth, but all he want to do is have him some slaves. So when it tell you to seek the things after your heart, is it telling you to do that? Is that what the scriptures is telling you to do? No. It's telling you to be mindful of the decisions and the choices that you're making. It's telling you, go and seek the things that are going to be advantageous, that the Lord put on your spirit to do. But also keep in mind that if you decide to go outside of the spirit and seek that flesh, bro, there is a consequence. Read verse 10.
Therefore, remove sorrow from thy heart, and put away evil from thy flesh.
It say therefore remove sorrow from your heart and put away evil from thy flesh. So if you are intending evil, if you seeking evil, if you seeking the world, bro, it's telling you right now in verse 10, bro, put that off. Don't let that be the thing that you seek. Don't let that destroy your spirit. You're supposed to be coming into the truth to gain life, to gain knowledge, to gain wisdom, to gain understanding, to become that better version of yourself. You're not supposed to come into the truth and not change. You're not supposed to come into the wealth of the Lord, man, come into the spirit of Christ and still be that old man, still be that old woman. You can't put new wine in old bottles. We've all heard that. Now it's time to actually implement that. Read.
Therefore, remove sorrow from thy heart, and put away evil from thy flesh, for childhood and youth are vanity.
This is the thing, Israel. It's time for us to break away, man, from this one-way mess, man. It's time for us to break away, man, from looking at our brothers as if they're not our brothers, looking at our sisters as if they're not our sisters. It's time for us to stop condemning, man. It's time for us to stop bearing hatred. It's time for us to stop looking at our brothers and sisters, man, and we killing them mentally, spiritually. It's time for us to stop crippling ourselves and putting us in compromising positions because we're not really seeking Christ. We're hurting our own growth. We're keeping ourselves, man, from being that flower that blooms because it's at the edge of the brook where it's full of water and nutrients. We putting ourselves way in the back, in the shade, man, covered up by all the hay and the leaves and the grass, man, and we stunting our growth, man. We starving ourselves out. We thirsting ourselves out. We don't have anything because the flesh still in it. That old man, that old woman still there. Again, you coming to the truth. Your intentions are to be better, right? Your goal is to be a better man, but all your actions show that you ain't changed. All your actions show that You talk a good game. Now was the time really to reflect, man. Look in that mirror. Go to Jeremiah 17, verse 7. Let me get there with you. Read that, bro.
Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 7. Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord.
He say, blessed is the man that trusts in the Lord. Read.
And whose hope the Lord is.
Read.
For he shall be as a tree planted by the water, and that spreadeth out her roots by the river.
So when you are seeking those things of that's within your heart, man, those intentions, man, when you seeking it spiritually, bro, you're gonna automatically start reaping the benefits. It's not gonna come just like that. It's gonna take work. It's gonna take time. It's gonna take preparation. It's gonna take proper planning. It's not just gonna happen overnight. So when the hiccups and the speed bumps come, guess what? Your hope is still in the Lord, though. You know you're not just left out here in the deep end to drown. You know that what you're trying to accomplish, especially if your intentions, man, are wrapped in the love of your brother. Your intentions are that you still riding with the Spirit of Christ, that you showing that charity, that you being 10 toes, 100. It's going to make a way. Read.
For he shall be as a tree planted by the waters, and that spreadeth out her roots by the river, and shall not see when heat cometh, but her leaf shall be green, and shall not be careful in the year of drought, neither shall cease from yielding fruit.
He say, neither shall you cease from yielding fruit. All of the work that you have put in is not going to be in vain. So again, a lot of our brothers and sisters, man, they still stuck in this monetary game realm, man. This realm of that flesh, brother, where at the end of the day, it ain't profiting you nothing. At the end of the day, there's no tangible thing that you can say, bro, this was successful. Because a lot of our brothers, man, they lose every ounce of themselves for that world, bro, and in the end, gain nothing. Our sisters lose themselves because of how social media and the TV and the videos and the movies and whatever other things that they may use, man, to distract and destroy. You get locked in it. You get sucked in and you're stuck. Your intentions for doing these changes was to be more appealing and more attractive, but at the end of the day, your actions show you trying to get a bag. You trying to get your name popping. You trying to follow that city girl mentality. Not realizing you killing yourself. Not realizing that the man that's actually gonna want to be there, that's gonna want to actually truly love and build a family and build wealth and do all of the things through the Lord. You think he want a face caked up full of makeup? He want the BBL 9000, the lip injections, the weavy wonders, and all of these things, bro. All the brother wanted something moderate, man. But the world tell you otherwise. Read, bro.
The heart is deceitful above all things.
It say above all things, that heart is deceitful. So if you don't have Christ, bro, if you don't have the Spirit of the Lord with you, you seeing strong delusions. You locked in that you locked in a mirage. You see you see the delusions playing out in front of you. You can't make out real from fake. It said it is deceitful above all. Read.
And desperately wicked.
What?
And desperately wicked.
Say, and desperately wicked. Because without the Spirit of Christ, bro, to bring you back into life and to mitigate and to show you and to be that rock and that hope, bro, all you doing is you just left to the wolves. You sheep with no shepherd. You pray for the predator. Read.
Who can know it? I, the Lord, search the heart. I try the rein, even to give every man according to his ways, and according to the fruit of his doing.
Again, he say, bro, seek the things of your heart. And the things in front of your eyes, man, seek it. Go after it. But be mindful that if you have not put off the evil, if you not have put off that flesh, the consequences of what you're seeking is going to be dire. He telling you, he's going to give you the fruits of your doing. And my brothers and sisters, you're going to have to eat it. What's the old saying, man? You're going to have to eat that crow. Because you stuck in that mirage, man. You think your intentions are good, but your actions that's leading up, the actions that are showing that you putting forth that effort towards your goal or your ambition or the things that you're seeking, you see that they're not lining up with the Spirit. You see that they're fleshly in the end. And you're going to have to eat it. Read verse 11.
Verse 11. As a patron sitteth on eggs, and hatch them not, so he that getteth riches, and not by right.
He says, so as a partridge that sitteth on eggs, and hatcheth them not. The mother is laying is sitting on the eggs, incubating the eggs, bro, and hatch them not. You're not putting forth the actual effort. So what good is all of this effort that you're doing if at the end you're gonna be coming up short? You did all of this for these quote unquote riches, but you depressed. Your name been dragged through the mud. You can't look your family in the eyes. You can't call nobody on the phone. Don't nobody want to be around you. Nobody likes your attitude. Your personality is filthy. You're arrogant. There's no positivity. Your mouth, all it do is spew lies and hatred. Bro, that's dangerous. That's detrimental. Read from the top, bro. Verse 11.
Verse 11. As the partridge sitteth on eggs, and hatch them not, so he that getteth riches, and not by right, shall leave them in the midst of his days, and at his end shall be a fool.
What's gonna happen with those quote unquote intentions, bro?
Shall be a fool.
It's time, man. Take this time, man, and really reflect. Take this time, man, and really reflect. All of us, we really ain't got as much time as you think you may have. Don't get caught lacking. Don't get caught with your pants at your ankles. Gotta have your eyes up, man.
That's right.
Step away from the mirages and delusions. Go to Philippians chapter 4 and verse 6. Let me get there with you. Read it when you get there.
Philippians chapter 4 and verse 6. Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God.
Let those requests be made known, man. When you them intentions are well, man, and you're moving in the spirit of the Lord, man, and you're taking your time, man. You're throwing those prayers up, man. You're seeking the strength and the guidance from the Lord, man, and you're being a true brother. You're being a true sister. You're being a righteous husband. You're being a righteous wife, man. You're being a stand-up father. You're being a stand-up mother. All your support is there. The Lord got you. Your peers got you. The ones that are your family got you. Moving all in the same accord. Read verse 7.
And the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and mind through Christ.
He say, by doing this, you're going to keep your peace. You're going to keep your heart, your mind. Everything is going to be intact. You're going to be able to stay locked in on the goal. And every step and action you take to achieve that goal, you're going to be making the right footsteps.
That's right.
You're not making, you're not walking on eggshells. You're not tiptoeing on the frozen lake, not sure when it's going to break.
Bars.
Because you know you're walking in the spirit. You know the Lord got you. You know you got a support group. You know that there's people in place, man, that want to help you achieve that goal. They want to help you make those dreams a reality. Hell, they may not even benefit from it. But guess what? They want to see that you happy.
Bring it out.
They payment, man, is a smile on your face, man, and the fact that your family is taken care of. That's 100. You go to Colossians 3. Let's start at verse 1. Read that, bro.
Colossians chapter 3. If ye then be risen with Christ, seek those things which are above.
Again, man, it's telling you, man, those intentions, the things that you see, the things that you seek, those goals, man, you got to have the spirit intact. You got to have the spirit of the Lord with you. Read.
Where Christ sitteth on the right hand of God. Set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth.
Read.
For ye are dead, and your life is hid with Christ in God. When Christ, who is our life, shall appear, then shall ye also appear with him in glory. Mortify therefore your members, which are upon the earth.
He say, man, cleanse yourself, man. Stick with the goal at hand, man. Pay attention, because your intentions may be good. You may think, you know what I'm saying, I'm doing this, man, to be the best version of myself. But again, those actions, you haven't mortified yourself. You haven't took into account how you talk, how you move, how you carry yourself. You haven't took into consideration, man, am I doing the things of the old, or am I trying to break that cycle of disgust and indecency and destruction and start living and walking in that light? Have I truly let myself die so I can live with Christ? Has that spirit taken over? It say mortify, man, cleanse. Read.
Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, covetousness, which is idolatry.
See, all of these things, man, that show you are of the flesh. So if you're seeking, if your heart is seeking these things, man, seeking the flesh, this is what's gonna follow it. If your goal, your intentions, man, your plan, everything at the end is of the world, this is what you're reaping. These are the characteristics of what's at the end of your quote-unquote goal. And then you also got the brothers and sisters, man, that start off with bad intentions to do things. But guess what? The Spirit take over. You get to talking to them, you get to moving them. And they change up their whole operation. They change up how they think. They change up how they move. We've all had those moments where we was like, you know what? Bro, I want to do something bad to you. Or I want to operate in this type of, or I want to do this. But you heard that voice, man, like, why? What's the point?
Figure it out.
What's going to happen? You're going to end up costing yourself more trying to be an idiot than you would if you just go ahead and move around.
That's right.
Who you really hurting at the end of the day? Because it ain't going to be them. It's going to be yourself. You're going to be sitting there looking dumb. Egg all on your face. That's what the Spirit do, bro. It checks you. It lets you know, hey, bro, I don't think that's what you want to do, buddy. What's you say? You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy, right? That's the Spirit talking to you. Read.
For which things sake the wrath of God cometh on the children of
He
disobedience.
say, for which things sake. For these things, for that fornication, that uncleanness, that evilness, the evil concupiscences, man, the covetousness, these inordinate affections. For these things, the wrath of the Lord come upon the children of disobedience. Read.
In the which ye also walked sometime when ye lived in them. But now ye also put off all these.
They say put off all of these things. These also are correlated with that flesh. They're correlated with those ill intentions, right? Read.
Anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth. Lie not to one another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds.
See, this is what it's saying, man. When you take on the flesh, bro, these are the qualities, man, that you are exuding. This is how you operating, whether you consciously know it or not. This is what you gotta let go. So it's telling you again, man, seek the things of the heart, man. Seek those things you lay your eyes on. You know what I'm saying? That you're doing to benefit not just yourself, but other ones as well. By all means, seek after those things. But keep in mind, the actions that you take to get there are what's going to dictate how it turn out for you. Where you end up at the end and how much of that goal has been achieved. And the happiness and or sadness and sorrow and depression and evil and malice and all of the things that correlate if you move fleshly versus moving with the Spirit of the Lord. Read verse 10.
And have put on the new man, which is renewed in the knowledge after the image of him that created him.
It's time for us, man. It's time for us to put off that old man, put off that old woman, and start walking and start moving with the Spirit, locked in with the ultimate guidance, the ultimate defense, the ultimate offense. Give me Galatians chapter 5 and verse 16. Let me get that with you, bro. Hold on 1 second. Read that.
Galatians chapter 5 and verse 16.
Now, we've all heard and read this scripture before, but really listen. Really listen. Read.
This I say then, walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
And they say if you moving in the Spirit, bro, you ain't got to worry about the intentions of the heart. You ain't even got to worry about how the obstacle or the route to get to the end goal, because you know at the end of the day, it's going to be meaningful. You know, at the end of the day, you're going to learn everything you need to learn and achieve everything that needs to be achieved. Or you're going to be putting the next person in a position to where they can excel greater than where you stopped off at. Read.
For the flesh lusts against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary the one to the other, so that you cannot do the things that you would.
They say that you cannot do the things that you would, man, because again, we have to pay attention to what we're doing, how we're going about it, what our thought process is. Because again, we could be crippling our own progress. Again, being like that plant, starving yourself out. Read.
But if you be led by the Spirit, but if you be led of the Spirit, you're not under the law.
Mm-hmm.
Now the works of the flesh are manifest.
Again, I was about to go back into those characteristics of the flesh. Read.
Which are these? Adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulation, wrath, strife, sedition, heresies, envying, murders, drunkenness, revilings, and such like.
So again, if you're seeking the things of the heart, man, the things that are before you, and the route that you're taking leads you to come across all of these things, that adultery, the fornication, the uncleanliness, the lasciviousness, the idolatry, the witchcraft, the hatred, the variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murder, drunkenness, revilings, all of these things, if you're taking that route and all of these things are coming about, those ideas and goals were not going to be met like you wanted. You setting yourself up for destruction. You setting yourself up for heartache. You setting yourself up for pain. You are crippling yourself. And some of our brothers and sisters, unfortunately, don't have the strength to shake back. They'll wallow in that dust. They'll wallow in that dirt. And at the same time, have such a wicked and vile spirit because of those actions, they try to bring the next person down there with them. That's why I would say guard your spirit. Take heed, man. Really take these things into consideration. Read.
As I have also told you in time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of God.
Man, if they do those things, bruh, at the end of the day, it's not going to be lovely for you. Read.
But the fruit of the Spirit is love.
But moving with the Spirit of the Lord. Those intentions, man, your heart, the things you're seeking after, the route that you're taking. If it's following these steps, read.
But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law.
If you're following these things, if these are the characteristics you're exuding, if these are the steps that you're taking throughout that journey, man, guess what? It's going to be achieved. Guess what? It's going to be meaningful. Guess what? It's going to be plentiful. Guess what? It's going to be bountiful. Guess what? You're going to be happy. You're going to be able to show your work. And it's going to last. It's not just going to be for a moment. It's not just going to be then and there. It's not no monetary gain. No, it's substance. It's tangible. You just got to choose the correct path. Read.
And they that are Christ have crucified the flesh with the affections and lusts. If we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit.
They say, but if we're going to live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the spirit. We're going to say that this is how we're going to move. If we're going to say that this is our intent to move in the spirit, to think in the spirit, to operate in the spirit, let us walk. Let us do that such thing. Because if you take the steps and you start moving fleshly, bro, everything is going to start to tear at the seams. And again, for some of our brothers and sisters, they realize it too late or not at all. We don't have unlimited time. We don't have a cheat code to run it back. This is your replay right now. With all of the knowledge you have, with all of the examples that you've seen, with all of the examples that you've read, with all of the experience that you've gained. Now is the time to utilize it. Because again, ain't no do-over. Ain't no replay. Ain't no run it back. Ain't no let me get my one. Read.
Let us not be desirous of vainglory, provoking one another.
Matter of fact, go back verse 24 and read it again, bro.
Verse 24. And they that are Christ have crucified the flesh with the affections and lusts. If we live in the spirit.
If we call ourselves living in the spirit, if we call ourselves wanting to operate in the spirit, read.
Let us also walk in the spirit.
Let those be the true actions for our goals, man, for our intentions, man, for our ideas, for our ambitions. Let the spirit be their God. Go to Proverbs chapter 4, in verse 20. Let me get there with you. Excuse me, Israel. Like I said, it's weather change, man. Let me get there with you, bro. Read.
Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 20. My son, attend to my words, and incline thine ear unto my sayings. Let them not depart from thine eyes. Keep them in the midst of thine heart.
I say keep them in the midst of thine heart, man. Keep your spirit and your mind intact, man. Do not let go of these steps. Read.
For they are life unto those that find them.
He say, for they will be life. For they will be those lights upon that journey that you're taking, upon that goal that you're seeking, the route that you're traveling. These are going to light up that path. Read.
And health to all their flesh. Keep thy heart without diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Put away from thee a forward mouth.
He say, put away from thee that forward mouth, man. I'm telling you, it tell you, bro, that corrupt communication, it can be a dangerous detriment, bro. Because a lot of us will our mouth will sign that check that our butt can't cash, bro. Talk ourselves out our blessings and into a butt whooping. Real quick. Because we'll let pride take over. Let me tell you, man. Pride cometh before destruction. Read.
And perverse lips put forward from thee. Let thy eyes look right on, and let thy eyelids look straight before thee. Pardon the path of thy feet.
It say, take the time to evaluate the steps that you're about to take to achieve that goal, the intentions that you have, the goal that you have set your heart on, you set your eyes on. Ponder that path. Take the time to think about how you want to go about this. Because again, you got one or two ways. Either you're going to follow the spirit or you're going to follow the flesh. Read.
and let all thy ways be established. Turn not to the right hand, nor to the left. Remove thy foot from evil.
What it say do, bro?
Remove thy foot from evil.
It's telling you, bro, remove your foot from that evil. Remove your foot from that flesh. Because if you decide to go down that path and it's guided through the flesh, the judgment, the consequences, the development of what's going to happen. Again, some brothers and sisters don't shake back from it. Some brothers and sisters, game over. No continues. No redos, no replays, no retries. You can't turn the game off, rub the disc, put it back in. You can't pull the cartridge out, blow it a couple times, blow inside the system, plug it back in. Ain't no new controller. Once it stopped working, that's it. Ponder that path. Go to the book of St. Luke, chapter 6, and start at verse 43. Let me get that with you. Read, bro.
St. Luke, chapter 6 and verse 43. For a good tree bringeth not forth corrupt fruit.
It's telling you. It's telling you again, man. Be that plant, that flower, bro. Planted by the waters, planted by the brook. Let your actions bear good fruit. Let your actions bear the tangible. Read.
Neither does a corrupt tree bringeth forth good fruit.
It's telling you, man, that good tree, bro, when you walking with the Spirit, bro, there's nothing corrupt gonna come out of walking in the Spirit. But if you walking in the flesh, if your intentions have led you fleshly, best believe there's no good fruit that's going to come out of that evil. Read.
For every tree is known by his own fruit. For of thorns men do not gather figs, nor of a bramble bush gather they grapes.
So you saying you can't get the figs through the thorns, man. You can't gather grapes in the bramble. Read.
A good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is good. And an evil man.
And a what?
And an evil man.
Read.
Out of the evil treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is evil.
It's telling you. Those intentions, man. If you're not paying attention to the actions and the route that you take to achieve these things, what you're looking like at the end. You can't say I love my brother. You can't say I love the Lord, bro, and turn around and then all you do is have corrupt communication. All you doing is lying. All you doing is sneak dissing. All you doing is hating on the low. It don't work that way. It's telling you a corrupt tree, bro, cannot bear good fruit. A good tree cannot bear corrupt fruit. It don't work that way. Read.
For of the abundance of the heart, his mouth speaketh.
Whoa. It say what now, bro?
For the abundance of the heart.
For the abundance of the heart, read.
His mouth speaketh.
So again, if you have not pondered that path, if you not took into consideration how you want to move, be ready for the judgment that takes place, the consequences that follow. Go back to Ecclesiastes 11.
Ecclesiastes.
Hold on 1 second. Let me get there with you, bro. Read that.
Ecclesiastes, chapter 11 and verse 9. Rejoice, O young man, in thy youth, and let thy heart cheer thee in the days of thy youth, and walk in the ways of thy heart, and in the sight of thy eyes.
They say, I'm telling you, walking in the ways of thine heart and in the sight of thine eyes. It's telling you to go out and seek these things, but at the same time, be mindful of what it is that you're seeking and how you go about that. Read.
But know thou that for all these things God will bring thee into judgment.
Just know that what you're seeking after, how you going about it, the plan you come up with, and the execution of that plan, the desires that you have, the ambition that you have, how you go about to achieve that, just know the judgment that's going to follow behind it. Read.
Therefore, remove sorrow from thy heart.
And say, therefore, go ahead and remove that sorrow from your heart. Bro, seek it. Seek it. Without feeling that it's not going to be achievable, without feeling that you're not going to have help, without feeling that you're not going to be able to do it. Because if you're moving with the Spirit, bro, the whole path that's been laid out for it is going to be beneficial. There's no room to doubt. There's no reason to have doubt. There's no reason to fret. There's no reason to think that it's not going to come about, because your hope is in the Lord and you know that you've been doing thus say the Lord. Read it again, verse 10.
Therefore, remove sorrow from thy heart, and put away evil from thy flesh. For childhood and youth are vanity.
He's telling you, be mindful. Be mindful. There's multiple examples in here and that you've experienced to where you can see, right? Nah, I don't think I want to do that. I don't think I like how that came about. That process, bro took, that ain't my cup of tea. You seen what happened with how our brothers and sisters was going with this PPP. You got a sister now doing identity theft, stealing people's social security numbers, been racked up. I forgot how many hundreds of $1,000 in debt that she gonna have to do Fed time for.
Oh yeah.
She gonna have to pay all of them resources back. See, the intentions may have been, you know what? Let's get this bread. The intentions, yeah, man. Let's build. But the actions and the route that sis took to get there, she ain't gonna be able to enjoy none of that. All of that time and effort that she took to do evil, look at where it's ended. Go to Galatians chapter 6 and verse 7. Let me get there with you, bro. Pass it up. Read that.
Galatians chapter 6 and verse 7. Be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
That's why it's telling you, be mindful of the judgment that's going to consist, the consequences that's going to consist of the route that you decide to take. A corrupt fruit is not going to produce, a corrupt tree is not going to produce good fruit. A good tree is not going to produce corrupt fruit. Read it again, bro.
Be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
Read.
For he that soweth to his flesh,
for him that soweth to the flesh, read,
shall of the flesh reap corruption.
He say, of that flesh, you are going to reap corruption. Of that flesh, there's going to be sorrow. Of that flesh, there's going to be down. Of that flesh, there's going to be depression. Of that flesh, there's going to be tears. Of that flesh, there's going to be hatred. Of that flesh, there's going to be wrath. Of that flesh, there's going to be lasciviousness. There's going to be corrupt communication. There's going to be all of these characteristics of the flesh that you're going to have to get, that you're going to have to go through, that you're going to have to deal with, that you're going to have to experience. Read.
But he that soweth to the Spirit.
But the brothers and sisters that take the guidance of the Spirit, that move after the Spirit of Christ, that move after those characteristics, that show through their actions. Read.
Shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting.
What they gonna reap, bro?
Life everlasting.
What's that the end goal, bro?
Life everlasting.
So it's telling you, go and seek it. Go and seek it. But be mindful of how you go about that. Be mindful of the route that you choose to take. Be mindful of the goal that you set for yourself. Is this goal spiritual? Or is this goal fleshly? Is this goal achievable through the Spirit? Or do I have to give up Christ and go through the flesh? Ponder that path. Take heed to that wisdom. Jump over to Ephesians 6.
Ephesians 6.
Let's start at verse 10.
Verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God.
What you supposed to do, bro?
Put on the whole armor of God.
So when you walking in the flesh, man, you're immediately, this is not what you're going to do. But when you walking in the Spirit, guess what? You armored up. You got your vest on, your level 5 plates and whatever else you may have for your defense. You know what I'm saying? Your articulated glove and gauntlets. You dressed in the nines, man. You're well protected. No gaps, no breaches, no nothing. Read.
Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
That you'll be able to see those mirages and delusions, man, and be able to bypass it. That you can navigate yourself through the communication of the wicked. That you can see the stumbling blocks that's set before that journey that you taking, that's set before the path that you walking. But see, if you walking in the flesh, bro, you already coming up short because you don't have no armor. You naked. You got cloth on, cotton. You think your t-shirt gonna stop that fiery dart? You think that fitted gonna stop them 2 through 3s of the wicked coming at you? Read.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, and the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of God.
I'm telling you, take that armor. When you're going to seek these things of the heart, man, that you can set your eyes on, keep in mind. Ponder that path. Move with the Spirit. And best believe that journey that you're taking, you're going to be well protected throughout that journey. It say, take unto you the whole armor of God. Read.
That ye may be able to withstand in the evil day. And having done all, to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth.
Because you are going to immediately be able to see the BS, bro. You're going to be able to navigate through those communications. You're going to be able to navigate. That's the beauty of the Spirit, man. That's the beauty of that guidance, man. That's the beauty of a blueprint, bro. It's giving you the steps to take so you can bypass all of the issues. This is your... The Lord is literally giving you the ultimate game shark, bro. The cliff notes, the cheat codes, the game facts. Read.
Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace.
See, for my brothers and sisters, man, that be on the games, man, on the fighting games, bro. These are your invincible frames, bro, when you're doing your ultimates. This is this right here is your 23 kill streak in your COD. This your 80 points a game on your 2K. You're hot. You ain't missed a shot since you started. This that truck stick on your Madden. You're blowing through the defenses. For my older brothers and sisters, this that star on Mario. You know what I'm saying? My Sonic heads. You in that bubble. You ain't losing no rings. This is that ultimate defense for the journey that you're taking.
That's right.
Read.
Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God.
See, when you moving with the Spirit, bro, that's the one thing that you are never going to forget. You're going to take into consideration, bro. Anything outside of the Spirit, bro, is death. It's them spikes on Sunday. You knocked out all your coins. You looking like Kevin Hart, 35 cents and came out your pocket. Read.
Praying always, with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto, with all perseverance and supplication for all saints.
See, man, when it's telling you to go and seek these things, man, go and seek these things in your heart, bro. Go. But be mindful of the goals that you set. Be mindful of the things that you're seeking, because at the end of the day, you're going to have to eat that. At the end of the day. Stop crippling yourself, man. Go out and learn. Go out and complete those dreams that you had before you came into the truth. If those dreams and aspirations and goals that you had then can be achieved through the Spirit. If you can't achieve those goals through the Spirit and the flesh is the only path that you can get there, brothers and sisters, I'm telling you, weigh your options. Ponder that path. Is that goal or dream or aspiration really worth losing yourself? Give me St. Matthew's chapter 6 and 33 and we out.
St. Matthew.
Hold on, let me get through with you, bro. Hold on, wait a minute. Go ahead.
St. Matthew chapter 6 and verse 33. But seek ye first the kingdom of God.
They say do what, bro?
But seek ye first the kingdom of God.
Have that Spirit, man. Move like Christ. Read.
And his righteousness. And all these things shall be added unto you.
What's going to happen when you do like that, bro?
And all these things shall be added unto you.
When you're moving with the Spirit.
And all these things shall be added unto you.
Man, this is your ultimate cheat code.
That's right.
The ultimate cheat code. This your gamewinners.com right here in your hand. Go out. Gain that knowledge, man. Seek those goals, man. Accomplish those dreams that you had, man. But again, keep in mind, if those dreams and goals and aspirations are not attainable through moving with the Spirit, you might want to get that up. There's umpteen thousand different examples of moving with the flesh and how it end for you. What's that end goal? Some cats, it may seem like they done got away with it. They ain't got away with it. That just mean their fall is going to be greater.
That's right, man.
Take heed. Don't lose this in that pursuit. And on that, we say